ever since we signed Von Miller, we really have not seen the Buffalo Bills in full force. You know, Von Miller come in here. We didn't have Trey White. Trey White didn't come back until Thanksgiving. That combination, probably three of the top two players on our team, Von Miller, Trey White, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, you know, you're talking about top five players on this team, and we really have not seen the benefits of Von Miller fully implemented with Sean McDermott. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Bills News Consolidated. We're here in the Florida Keys watching the sunrise, but we're talking about the Buffalo Bills here and why I believe, you know, a lot of people are missing this team. Trey White, Von Miller, that combination, a pass rush helps the back end of the defense. You know, it makes things easier for these defensive backs. And I know a lot of people are concerned with Trey White, how he's going to come back from that injury, his ACL. How is Von Miller going to come back from his ACL? How long is he going to take? Is Von Miller not going to be back until Thanksgiving? Word on the street is that he's been practicing. He's been doing pretty well. It's going to be interesting to see. Like, when will we see the Buffalo Bills in full force? And I think it could very well be not until like halfway through 2023. You know, to say Von Miller is going to start the season, it's a little bit of a stretch, but I think Ed Oliver in a contract year, Greg Rousseau entering year 3, Boogie Basham, AJ Epinesa, all progressing, Daquan Jones, Tim Settle, both being here for now year 2 in this defense, and you got Kaiir Elam on the outside, Dane Jackson is solidified here, Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, and whoever knows who's going to start at middle linebacker for the Bills. Now it could be Balin Spector, it could be Terrell Bernard, or it could be an NFL draft pick such as Trenton Simpson. And I think Trenton Simpson is definitely my top guy for the Buffalo Bills. We've evolved this team. Buffalo, like, we have Josh Allen, we have this high potent passing attack, we have Von Miller and this pass rush. You know, our strategy, our recipe for success is to pass the ball, get up by 2 or more possessions in games, and make sure that, you know, we take teams out of running the ball against us. Now, you still need to be able to stop the run, because if they could just only pass it 3 times against you and dominate you that way, that's not good either. But last year we proved that with Daquan Jones and with the players that we had, we could stop the run. Now, we are missing Shaq Lawson, we are missing Jordan Phillips. That's why I think we're definitely going to be addressing the D-tackle position or a run stuffer in this year's NFL draft as well. And again, whatever we don't pick up in the NFL draft, we can dip back into free agency and get the Shaq Lawson and get the Jordan Phillips again, because they're still out there. So I think it's really important to understand what is happening here with the Buffalo Bills. You know, last year we didn't have Trey White, we didn't have Micah Hyde, we didn't have Jordan Poyer, we didn't have Von Miller and this entire defense on the field all at once. I think that is something huge that Buffalo and the rest of the NFL world is totally missing right now. And, you know, we only lost 3 games. I mean, we did fairly well, and consider everything that we went through. I'm not going to mention it all now, but from the start of the season all the way to the end of the season, the Buffalo Bills went through injuries, off-field stuff, and so much stuff. To have the season that we had is absolutely remarkable. And again, we didn't have all these players on our team. So the whole point of me thinking about this and talking about this is the fact that Buffalo has a huge opportunity here to draft Defensive Rookie of the Year at middle linebacker. I mean, to come into this defense surrounded by this much talent, that you're not going to be in a better situation entering the NFL ever, in my mind. Luke Kuechly, NFL Rookie of the Year, right? With Al Holcomb, with Sean McDermott in Carolina. Believe they could easily repeat this again. Now, a lot of people are wondering here, Ed Oliver, and some people want to talk about Ed trading Ed Oliver. Now, the problem with Ed is that he's a lighter defensive tackle pass rush, right? And he has to be surrounded by talent. Like, he has to be surrounded by other guys that are going to dictate 2 offensive linemen, so Ed could be one-on-one. Like, if you double team Ed as a speed rusher, it's very difficult to break through there. You know, as a power guy, you might be able to bull rush and get in, but, you know, it's going to be tough. And it really boils down to Von Miller not being there. Like, Von Miller next to Ed Oliver should definitely help things. We really didn't see Ed Oliver 100% because he got hurt week 1 last year, and then Von Miller goes down. So that pair we really have not seen yet either, Bills Mafia. I think that's going to be huge. Daquan Jones, Tim Settle, these guys working together on the inside. Even Greg Rousseau, there's a guy I keep coming back to in this year's NFL draft. It's Siaki Ika from Baylor. He's 6'4" and he's 380 pounds. Like, you're not going to be able to move this guy off the ball. And I envision a smaller, quicker, nimbler Ed Oliver, pass rusher Ed Oliver, right next to a 6'4", 380-pound Siaki Ika and Von Miller, Greg Rousseau rushing off the edges. To me, that makes a ton of sense here and be a dominant force. Daquan Jones, what happened? Wasn't there versus Cincinnati. Joe Burrow and Mixon, they ran the ball down our throat. They ran it down our throat. So we can't be one player away from not stopping the run. You got to have depth players. You got to be able to stop the run completely. Kaiir Elam on this defense as well. Gonna benefit, completely gonna benefit. And think about it, Damar Hamlin, Jaquan Johnson, some of the other players that we had to start last year really were starting in behind a defensive line that is not gonna be like, I don't know. This year, they're gonna be a lot better. There's no doubt in my mind. Once Von Miller comes back, this defensive line should be a lot better. Once the all hit 100% health on this defensive line, really believe we're just going to dominate. We're going to dominate teams. We're going to be able to get to the Joe Burrows of the world. We're going to be able to get to Patrick Mahomes. We're not going to see these quarterbacks just sit in the pocket and throw the ball freely down our face. And again, this couples with Sean McDermott, Al Holcomb. Leslie Frazier is gone, new defensive assistant here. Will the Bills be a little bit more aggressive? Teams have really taken the philosophy on defense to kind of stand back, don't allow a big play, let offenses dink and dunk and march their way all the field. Have them call a high number of plays, which statistically will increase their chances of a turnover, helping the defense. I think the Bills have been notorious for doing that, and I think other teams are starting to adapt to that philosophy. But as a defense, you still have to make plays. If you don't stop them and they score, and you didn't take any chances, how good is that? I would much rather have a defense blitz and stunt and just be chaotic, even when your back's up against the wall, even with 13 seconds left on the clock. Be aggressive. Don't be stand back-ish. Don't standoffish. Keep balling out. You got to keep balling out. Stay aggressive, Bills Mafia. But I really think Bills, we're missing it. A lot of NFL is missing it. This NFL is going to be shocked in 2023 once the Buffalo Bills are at full health. We get a little bit more luck too. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, and be here for a couple weeks. You'll be seeing different ocean views behind me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Go Bills!